Midfield move from Liverpool. It is almost certain that Liverpool will restructure their midfield. This was the case even before Fenway Sports Group announced that they wanted to sell the club. The first name on target is British star Jude Bellingham. But should all the money be spent on Jude Bellingham? If it cost, let's say, £120 million, would that money be spent on three midfielders costing £40 million each? No matter how great the young England national team player is, buying him from Borussia Dortmund will result in a lack of budget for more reinforcements. In addition, Klopp, who preferred almost exclusively the 4-3-3 formation for 7 years, seems to have changed the formation to 4-2-3-1 and the old cornerstone of English football, the 4-4-2 system. For this reason, it is almost imperative that the midfielder who will join the squad be a versatile player. In this context, information began to emerge that the Reds, who continue their search, interested in transferring Seko Fofana from Lens. He is accustomed to playing in front of a back trio, and the Ivory Coast national team player seems capable of handling a number of midfielder roles for Liverpool. Transfer specialist Fabrizio Romano conveyed the situation of the 27-year-old player and stated that Fofana could be on the move next year. There has been some news lately linking Seko Fofana as a target for Arsenal and Liverpool, he said. I don't know yet where it will lead, but I have current information on its condition. Fofana has a new manager right now and is obviously trying to find solutions for 2023. It's still early at the moment, nothing has progressed, but it could be an opportunity not only for Premier League clubs but also for other leagues. The price tag could be around £35 million, said. That means almost a third of what would be spent on Bellingham. He was previously among the suitors at Manchester City. It is quite interesting to see that Bernardo Silva and Ilkay Gundogan are listed as two of Fofana's most similar players in FBref's scout report. In terms of what kind of player he is at the moment, the Lens midfielder tends to play centre but has the ability to move up with the ball and make the most of it when he's there. Fofana made 16 chance creation moves in the 2022-2023 season. His tally is one more than Liverpool's entire midfielder team put together. Fofana's on-the-ball ability is among the top 7% of midfielders in the data for dribbles completed in Europe's top 5 leagues, missed penalties, shots on target and inbound ball possession per 90 minutes. It's the same areas where Bernardo Silva excelled for Manchester City. There's a good chance that Fofana or a player like him will bring to the Reds what Guinea hasn't been able to consistently do, and at the same time help improve Liverpool's midfield. The Lens captain demonstrates that he has the necessary skills for the job at hand. How the Reds will set up midfield remains a very open question at a time when everything is in the air at Liverpool. Do you think Fofana can succeed at Liverpool? Rejuvenation operation from Liverpool. It's no secret that Liverpool are currently struggling with an aging squad, and in no region is that more evident than in the club's defensive positions. Both Liverpool's midfield options are 30 or more, while at centre-back Virgil van Dijk and Joel Matip are approaching the twilight years of their careers. Liverpool may have Joe Gomez and Ibrahima Konate with the talent to rise in the future, but if they have the will to continue the successes of Jürgen Klopp's previous era, the club cannot rely on them alone. Matip in particular is someone Julian will have to consider replacing in the coming years due to his injury proneness. Work to do this has already begun. During his short time as sporting director of the club, Ward turned his eyes to Portugal and loves to shop there. He has spent time in the country and is familiar with the scene, which means it comes as no surprise when the Reds threw both brand signings from the Primeira Liga in the January and summer transfer windows. According to the latest news, Liverpool, as well as Real Madrid and PSG, are struggling to make a move for Benfica's centre-back Antonio Silva, who has made a remarkable breakthrough for their side in the last few months and even qualified for a World Cup spot for Portugal. At 19, Silva left his mark for Benfica, who knocked out Juventus not only in the Primeira Liga but also in the Champions League. Portuguese sources reported that Liverpool had prepared a £52 million bid for Silva's services in the January window. Given his talent, it would come as no surprise that Liverpool would join the race for their services. At the age of 19, he could be an ideal candidate to rejuvenate Liverpool's squad and potentially be in the starting lineup alongside Van Dijk. Silva could potentially help Liverpool repeat history. Liverpool will follow Enzo Fernandez in the World Cup. Liverpool haven't had the best start to the Premier League season, so it wouldn't be a surprise if they strengthen the team in the January transfer window and a new potential target has emerged. According to Portuguese sources, Liverpool joined Manchester United in the race to sign Benfica star Enzo Fernandez. It is claimed that the Reds have already discovered the talented Champions League midfielder, and their appetite is growing to make a move for Fernandez next summer. It is said that they will follow him in Qatar this winter, and the 21-year-old will be competing for a place on the Argentine side. There is no doubt that the signing of Fernandez will be a huge need for Liverpool, as they desperately need to replenish their mid-court staff in the months ahead. The contracts of Naby Keita, James Milner, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain will expire in the summer of 2023. Also, Jordan Henderson and Thiago Alcantara are entering their 30s and the final stages of their careers, so injecting some youngsters into the midfield will be crucial in the upcoming transfer windows. Fernandez is only 21 years old, but is proving to be a standout European talent at Benfica. Dubbed a genius by Jose Pizarro, the Argentine has scored 1 goal and provided 2 assists in more than 12 league games. He also made 8 big chances, an average of 1.8 key passes, 1 tackle, 1.8 tackles and 105.8 touches per game. Fernandez is in the top 2% of his positional peers for shot creations, progressive passes and shots overall, and is in the top 11% for pass completion in Europe's top 8 leagues. With a £104.6 million release clause, the young midfielder could be the perfect heir to replace him, as he plays very similarly to Spaniard Thiago at the heart of the Benfica team. Just like Thiago, Fernandez is a deep midfielder, playing a central or defensive position on the team. Indeed, he uses an extremely high-quality passing range to offer his teammates goal-scoring opportunities and scoring chances. Julian wants to be quick for Fernandez and doesn't want to lose him to Premier League rivals Manchester United. Do you think Enzo Fernandez can succeed at Liverpool?